Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Janisha. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all that's watching this video came from Instagram because yesterday I finally popped out with my pregnancy. Yes, I am pregnant. I'm 6 months pregnant, and I'm gonna be explaining in this video how I found out and like what were my thoughts and everything. So if y'all want to listen and hear about that situation, and y'all keep on watching this video, okay? Y'all go ahead and subscribe, like, and make sure that y'all comment. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and go right into this video. So first we're gonna start off with how I found out I was pregnant. I got pregnant back in November. Like towards the end of November is when I got pregnant. So so how I found out, I was having a lot of different symptoms, and one of the first symptoms that I had was my titties was very, very sore. And it's like me, I know my body very well. My titties were sore, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe my titties just growing. But the reason why I was kind of worried about it and why I felt like it was different was because not only was my titties sore, but like my nipples was real sore, and it just felt so heavy. And I was like, girl, no. So that was the first symptom. The second symptom that I had was like certain smells and stuff I couldn't deal with. At the time, I was staying in Miami when I got pregnant, and I was working at Five Guys. And it's like, when I used to go to work, as soon as I walked in, I used to want to walk right back out because it was stank. Like, it used to make me feel so nauseous. I was like, oh, hell no, I can't do this. That was like the second symptom. And like some of the food I would eat, I noticed that when I eat food, I'll eat 2 to 3 spoons and that's it, and I'll be done. So that was another like major symptom that I had. So when I was having these symptoms, my period still had not came, but the reason why I wasn't too worried was because I normally have irregular periods. So I was just thinking like, okay, this month is probably a month where my period ain't coming till late, or it's probably gonna skip this month and come next month, because that's how my periods always were. So I wasn't really worried about my period. So those were the symptoms I was having at first, and that kind of caused worry to me, because I'm like, I never had these symptoms. None of this stuff never happened to me before. Like, why is it happening? And so when I used to look up my symptoms, like the first cause would be pregnancy. So I was scared, but I was like, in my head, I was like, girl, you ain't even pregnant. So like I just kept telling myself, you're not pregnant, you're not pregnant, you're not pregnant. Like I was like, I can't get pregnant. Like I don't know. So the symptom that I had that made me get a pregnancy test was, I was with my sister and we was up late. Like it was like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night. And I went to go use the bathroom, and I noticed I'm talking too fast. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I went to use the bathroom, and I noticed that my underwear, had like blood in it. So I'm like, oh my, I was so happy. Like I felt weight just lift off my shoulders at that point. So I cleaned up, I put on a pad and whatnot, and then we went to sleep. So the next day we woke up late. I woke up around like 2 in the afternoon. And when I went to the bathroom to go change and stuff, I noticed that my pad was like empty. Like it didn't have no blood, not one speck of blood on it. And that was like, in my head, I'm like, where's the blood? So I looked it up, and the very first thing that came up was, it was like spotting. It was like, that's an early symptom. That's an early symptom of like early pregnancy. And that right there made me lose all hope. I was just like, oh my fucking god, like I just might be pregnant. So at that time I still had not taken a pregnancy test. So one day when I went to work, I got off around like 9, and I ended.
Thank you, booty boy.
Okay, so it was this one day when I went to work, and I got off around 9 o'clock that night. So it was a Target that was like down the street a little bit. So after I got out of work, I rushed to Target because like, I had to rush before my grandma came, because at this, like, my grandma didn't know nothing about it. I didn't want her to find out, none of that. So after I got out of work, I went straight to Target and I brought 2 first response pregnancy tests. And that same night when I went home, I took one of them. So when I took the first pregnancy test, 2 lines equal you pregnant and 1 line equal you not pregnant. So I had 1 dark line, and then the second line was really, really faint. Like you had to squint your eyes to see it. So with me not knowing any better, I'm like, okay, I'm not pregnant, because if I was pregnant, you know, the other line would have been darker. So that's what I'm just thinking. I'm like, okay, I'm not pregnant. Woo, thank you, Jesus. So then I ended up looking it up, and there was like, no matter how faint that second line is, if you see a second line, you're pregnant. So I'm still going against what they saying. I'm like, I'm not pregnant. So then my period still hadn't came. I was still having these symptoms. I noticed myself getting really, really lazy. So about a week later, I took another pregnancy test, because remember I brought 2. So I took the second pregnancy test that morning, and the line had gotten darker. So it was 2 lines, and instead of the line being faint, that line had gotten darker. So at that point, I was like, okay, it's like you can't come up with no other excuse as to you not being pregnant. Like, girl, you're pregnant. I was just shocked at that point. And I'm not even gonna lie, when I first got pregnant, when I first found out I was pregnant, the first thing that popped up to my head was abort. I did not want no kids. I was saying all that till I found out how much it was to have an abortion, baby. So that's what that was my plan after I found out I was pregnant. I was like, I'm not gonna have this kid. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to tell somebody. So obviously I was gonna tell my mom, but I was just scared to do it. But my boyfriend was the one who actually like talked me into telling her at that time. I told her after I found out. Like on that later on that night is when I told her. So when I told her, I was scared as hell. I did not call her, no. I texted her. I texted a long paragraph about how I found out how I'm pregnant, and I was like, I'm sorry. I felt embarrassed, y'all. When I found out I was pregnant, I was upset. I was very disappointed in myself. I felt embarrassed because I'm like, what are others gonna think? I was like, imagine when the family find out, like, they gonna be talking about me. Like, I was just thinking all types of stuff. So when I told my mama, I told her all of that. And then it was even 2 minutes later, y'all. She called my phone. And I was scared to answer the phone, like, and I was just like trying to contemplate on if I should answer the phone or not. But I was like, I'm gonna answer it, because if I don't answer it, it's gonna be a problem. So she called, I answered the phone, and she was like, Nisha. She was like, that's a prank text? And I was like, no, it's serious. And she was like, Nisha, that gotta be a prank. It's gotta be a prank. And I'm like, it's serious, Pooh. So she was just like, oh my God. And she was like, Nisha, really? This and that. And then that's when she was like, okay, I'm gonna come down there, and then we're gonna buy another pregnancy test just to like confirm everything. So it's like I was scared for nothing. I'm not gonna say I was scared for nothing. Like, I expected her to react very, very differently. Like, I expected her to be yelling at me, screaming at me, this and that, but like, she didn't yell or scream or none of that. Like, she was calm, but I mean, I don't know. So she ended up coming down a couple days later, and we went to Walgreens, and she brought me another pregnancy test. And this was the one with the plus sign and the negative sign. My throat hurt. So I took that test, and it was positive. And she was like, Nisha, you pregnant, girl. She was like, Nisha, that pregnancy test says you pregnant. She was like, I was hoping that, like, you know, it would have came out negative or something. But she was like, you're pregnant. And I was like, I didn't even have no words. Like, I felt so bad. And then, like, I knew I fucked up when my dad found out. When he found out, and like, I was on the phone with him, like, I never heard my dad cry. I never seen my dad cry. And when I was on the phone with him, like, he was boo-boo crying. I felt so bad. Like, I started crying. Like, I felt really, really bad and very embarrassed. But so like I said, I wanted an abortion. that's what I wanted. I told my mama and this and that. She said she don't believe in abortions, but she can't force me to have no kid and this and that. So she was like, if I want an abortion, then I was gonna have to pay for it. So that's what I was planning on. But when I called the people, they was like, I don't remember, they said it was $500 or $550 for the pills. And then you have to do it before you hit 12 weeks. And if you try to get an abortion after you hit 12 weeks, you have to get the procedure done. And that's going to be even more expensive. And I think the higher you wait, the more months that go by, the higher the price get. We didn't end up getting the money in time, because after I told my mama and stuff, and my mama had told my grandma, and then I ended up moving back in with my mama. So I moved back up here to Briarwood with my mom, and I wasn't working at first, so I didn't have no money. I didn't have no $500. And then my boyfriend wasn't working at the time, so yeah. So when I went to my first doctor appointment, they already told me I was 14 weeks. So I had told my boyfriend, I'm already past the 12-week mark. We kind of just accepted the fact that we was gonna have to have a kid, and I was still kind of upset about it. I think now I've learned to love my daughter. I'm having a daughter, y'all. I didn't even tell y'all that in the beginning. I'm having a daughter. Her name is gonna be Nalani. But anyways, so yeah, I've learned to love my daughter. But after I found out I couldn't get the abortion, I was upset, because I was like, I don't want no kid. I really do not want no kid. But I feel like what made me kind of realize, click in my mind that, okay, you finna be a mother, and you finna have a daughter to raise, and this and that, was when I first went shopping for her. After I started getting some money rolling in, I saved up a couple $100s, and I went shopping for her. And it just felt so good. That's when I kind of started learning to love my baby. And ever since then, that's my baby, I'm pregnant. They told me I'm doing August, so August 9th. The family knows about it. They didn't react to it how I would have thought they would have reacted to it. They were very open to it. So it was don't feel bad about it. Even though it's not right, don't really beat yourself up about it, because we all did the same thing. So yeah, that's what this video was mainly about. It's just how I found out I was pregnant and this and that. Yeah, y'all, so surprise, I'm pregnant. But yeah, that's basically what this video, that's kind of the end of the video now. Y'all go ahead, like this video. Y'all comment down below any questions y'all have about the pregnancy, or if y'all want me to do any other videos, y'all comment down below, because this is my first video on YouTube. I'm going to try to put more videos, and I'm going to kind of be documenting my pregnancy on here. I want to do vlogs and all of that. So y'all go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment on this video, and y'all follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I'll have my stuff on the screen somewhere. And yeah, it's kind of the end of the video. So I'll see y'all next time I make a video. Okay.